Hey everybody, I'm Dave Horton, the creator of Jambonz, the open source CPaaS, and a sponsor of TADHack 2021. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to get up and running on Jambonz. Jambonz is a bring your own everything CPaaS, so you'll need your own speech credentials and your own carrier or SIP trunks. If you don't have a carrier or SIP trunks, you're in luck. We've partnered with TelecomXChange, and they're giving $20 free credit and a free sign up, and you'll be able to pick from hundreds of carriers. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So without further ado, let's get to it. First thing you're going to want to do is go to jambonz.org and sign up for your free account. When you sign up, the first thing you will be prompted for is a subdomain, and you can choose any subdomain that's 3 letters or more that hasn't already been chosen by someone else. I'm going to choose beachdog.sip.jambonz.us. And that's it. My account's created. Again, it's a bring your own everything, and we need to bring our own carrier and speech. Let's add speech credentials. We can use either AWS or Google. With AWS, it's an access key and a secret access key. With Google, it's a JSON key file that you would have generated for a service account. I'm going to use Google. And once I upload that, the green check mark tells me that everything's okay. Let's go to carriers. If you've already got SIP trunks you want to use, a carrier you want to use, you can enter it here. We've also got a drop-down list, some predefined carriers with their gateways all set. If you don't have a carrier, pick TelecomXChange. I'm going to show you how to set that up. Pick TelecomXChange and just save that for now. It's got all the TelecomXChange gateways in there. Now we need to go to TelecomXChange and create our account there, create our free account. So go back to jambonz.org and click on the link where it says visit our partner TelecomXChange, and go ahead and fill all that in. One piece of information you will need is that subdomain you just created, as you can see there, and I did beachdog.sip.jambonz.us, and save. And we've created our account. We're going to get an email from TelecomXChange, and it's going to give us our login information and also some BYOC settings for voice and SMS. So with the login, log in at that URL under where it says buyer account, because we are purchasing DIDs and we're purchasing outbound routes. When you log in, you come to a portal. First thing we're going to do is purchase a DID so we can receive incoming calls. To do that, go under DIDs, Market View. Put in a prefix for your country or even your area code. I'm going to do 1407407. And then you can search for DIDs in that area code. I'm just going to pick one, then you click Buy. Now here you need to change 2 things. You can see you've got a SIP URI. Change the host part to be your subdomain, beachdog.sip.jambonz.us in this case. On the SMPP, change the host part to be smpp.jambonz.us. Now look at the front part of that SMPP URL. It's got a user and a password, or a login and a password. Change the login to the first part of your subdomain. In my case, that's beachdog. Change where it says password to any password that you want to use. I'm going to make mine FUBARBAZ. I'll show you where to configure that next. Having made those 2 changes, save. On the next page, make sure to click SIP DNS SRV and then submit. Now you're good. So you've purchased a DID. We need to go back over to TelecomXChange here, and under SMS, that password that we just created, put it down here under inbound SMPP. That's FUBARBAZ. In my case, you can use obviously whatever you want. So that's one change we need to do. Let's go back to TelecomXChange and buy some routes. Click on Market View at the very top, prefix. For seller, you can choose. I'm going to choose Tata. I want to get some routes from Tata. Now I put, again, my prefix. You could put your country code. So I'm going to choose Tata. And I need to agree with the terms and conditions. You can notice there's a tech prefix associated with the carrier once I purchase it. We'll come back to how that's used in a second. Okay, so I've purchased Tata as a reseller. Now here's the great thing with TelecomXChange. I can buy many carriers and use a lot of carriers. I'm going to go buy 2 more. If I'm in South Africa, I might put in 27 for a country code, and I might use Airtel, a good carrier. So let's add Airtel to the mix. And finally, in the U.S., IDT is a good carrier, so let's go with IDT. So now I've got 3 carriers just like that. What I want to do next is create a route group. So create a routing group. I can call it anything I want. Click SIP because this will be for voice. And all I'm going to do now is add the 3 carriers that I just purchased to my routing group. And once I'm finished doing that, and I save it, I see the routing group itself has a tech prefix. Now take that tech prefix, go back to jambonz, and on the voice page for your carrier TelecomXChange, add that tech prefix. That'll be applied to all your outgoing calls. Also, we need to authenticate, and in your email, there was, under the voice section, there was a SIP user and a SIP password. So put that under the voice section in your carrier portal here and save that. One last thing, for SMS, there's a system ID and a password. Those are used for outbound. Previously, we configured some inbound. So put those in the outbound system ID and password that you got in your welcome email. Put that in your outbound SMPP. Save it. Now, we're good. TelecomXChange is completely configured. We can make outbound calls from jambonz through TelecomXChange through the 3 carriers that we purchased at TelecomXChange: IDT, Airtel, and Tata in my case. And you should be able to find carriers in your local area as well. And we can just see everything is there. Now we can assign an application if we want incoming calls from that carrier, from TelecomXChange, to always go to a certain application. We can also do phone number level routing. So let's go back to that DID, copy the DID. We can come in here to jambonz, add that phone number, and say for this phone number, it belongs to TelecomXChange, and we want to route to a specific application. And we're done.
So that's it. Hopefully you're up and running. But any questions, as always, email me at daveh@jambonz.org. And also, check our videos for how to get started building applications on jambonz. Thanks.